The FDA, for the first time, has authorized 4 vaping products. They're the first non-tobacco flavored products to get the green light from the federal agency. The decision, though, coming under some fire this afternoon from anti-tobacco groups and health advocates, among them the American Lung Association and American Academy of Pediatrics. Those groups cite a 2023 study done by the CDC, which found 10% of all high schoolers used e-cigarettes. Of those, a quarter said it had become a daily habit. I'm joined now by Alex Clark. He's the CEO of the Consumer Advocates for Smoke-Free Alternatives Association. Thank you so much for joining us. The FDA here said that the benefit to adult smokers outweighs the risks to youth. What do you make of that statement?
Well, I think it's important to actually push back a little bit on the statistics that you showed at the top there. That 10% of young people vaping has come down something like 60% since 2019. So youth use of these products is on a downward trajectory as it is. And certainly, if we can transition 29 million people who smoke to a safer product like e-cigarettes, the benefits to public health are enormous.
Talk to us about those benefits, though. How much safer is vaping versus a traditional cigarette?
Orders of magnitude, to put a number on that, we're talking about 95% less harmful, not likely to exceed 5% the risk of smoking. The real number is probably something around 99 to 98% less harmful than smoking. And this is true for other smoke-free products like nicotine pouches, smokeless tobacco products. So there is a range of smoke-free products available on the market that people should be encouraged to switch to. And the benefits are, of course, someone like myself, I switched from smoking to vaping back in 2013, and I experienced the same benefits as somebody who would quit cold turkey or using nicotine replacement therapy. Of course, the benefit is that I managed to stay quit for, I think we're 11 years now. Whereas the failure rate with NRT products and other FDA-approved cessation therapies is remarkably low. We're talking about 3 to 4% of people actually succeeding in that first year.
But this decision, though, by the FDA, as we mentioned, still getting some pushback. The American Cancer Society called the ruling a failure and a blow to public health. You disagree with that statement?
We do, and I'll take it a step further and say that we need to see more than just menthol flavors on the product on the market. We want to see a range of flavors. One of the first flavors that convinced me that switching to these products was viable was a cola flavor, or I think a honeysuckle tobacco was another flavor that I used. And a menthol isn't going to work for everybody. It's great that we now have this option in smoke-free products. There was also a menthol heat stick authorized along with IQOS. There are flavored Swedish snus products that have been authorized for sale. So the flavors are very helpful in getting people to distance themselves from that experience of smoke. And people, tobacco flavor, it puts them to smoking.
But isn't the addictive nature of this an issue?
Well, I think there's an important distinction here between dependency and addiction. When we're talking about smoking, where we are all very aware of the harms, that is absolutely an addiction. But when we're talking about just consuming nicotine or feeling dependent upon that, there's not really any harm that we've detected so far, especially for adults. It's a tremendous reduction in harm, and that's the point. This is not just about trading one addiction for the other. It's about using nicotine in a responsible way that's not deteriorating our health.
You mentioned the flavors that you're hoping to expand. A 2023 study found that 89% of high schoolers who used e-cigarettes did so with those flavored vapes. Is there a concern there, though, that those flavors are then, again, targeting this product to a younger audience?
Well, I think, fortunately, the narrative there does not actually fit the timeline. These flavors were developed with a very tight feedback loop between consumers and manufacturers going all the way back to 2009, 2010. People were very disappointed with the flavors that they were getting from abroad. Tobacco flavors, obviously not doing it for a lot of folks. And so consumers communicated with the manufacturers and said, we want things that we enjoy. We want things from the fruit and beverage category. I have seen and enjoyed flavors like waffles with maple syrup. And if those are flavors that help many people get away from cigarettes, then they should absolutely be on the market. They are designed by adults for adults who smoke. Just because young people like flavors too doesn't mean that it's being, targeted towards them.
All right, the FDA now green-lighting some menthol e-cigarettes. Alex Clark, thanks for joining us for this discussion. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.